What is the greatest challenge facing the European Union today?
That's a tall order. There are at least half a dozen. The future of the euro, the migration challenge, Brexit itself, traditional parties that are breaking up, challenged by populists, Russia, Ukraine, North Africa, terrorism. You choose it. From my point of view, perhaps the most structurally fundamental one is the euro. Can we find a sound and solid basis for Eurozone governance for the future?
What example does Brexit set for the rest of the European Union, and what are its implications for Europe?
There's a real risk that there may be contagion from the referendum in Britain to other member states. Already we've seen, for example, that Marine Le Pen in France has promised a referendum if she wins the presidential election next year. Other politicians competing with her might make similar promises also in other member states. So there is a risk of contagion. More serious than that, though, I think, is that Brexit saps the European Union's self-confidence. Britain is the fifth largest economy in the world. Britain is one of two member states that are members of the United Nations Security Council. It's one of two member states with nuclear weapons. It has power projection all over the world and gives credibility to the EU's efforts to build up a defense and security policy. So I think there'll be very far-reaching consequences for the EU itself from British exit.
Anti-European arguments, despite at times being short on facts, have very successfully connected emotionally with segments of the electorate. How can the pro-European side combat this phenomenon?
The main difficulty in the British referendum campaign and elsewhere is that the arguments in favor of European integration are somewhat complex and intellectual and economic. The arguments against, as you say, are emotional and very often rely on stirring up people's base sentiments, xenophobia, fear of foreigners, even at times pretty open racism. It's a real challenge for those who see the benefits of European integration to find a new narrative.